Hello YouTube, another thing. If you can cut out a piece of board and save it, do it, because you could always put it back once you're done. Also, another thing, I found that there was one spot that wasn't to my measurements. I got the shims that I'm using to block off the holes are like 14 inches long, and I found one that was like 15 or 16 inches long, and I had to adapt because I didn't want to cut some more boards to fit. So I had to put extra boards on there to thicken out the width of it to put the shims down on top. She wants cuddling. Yes, you do. You want cuddling, don't you? Okay, where was I? Putting more blocks on it to stretch it out so I can put the shim on there. Made me a little wary because honestly, I don't know if those blocks could hold. And there's also another thing down there, an extra piece of wood block on the, I forgot what it's called, joist. Yeah, the joist. That's what those big beams underneath the house are called, joists, floor joists. There was an extra piece of wood down there that I did not know why it was there. I don't know if it was called anything or it was needed for something, but it threw me off. And I had to modify tiny bit modify the shims and the blocks and stuff like that. Also, the bit about the doubling up blocks, I had to screw them down because if they had moved, the block blocks would just, the shims would just fall off into the, and I had to bolt them down, screw them down, whatever. Anyway, now I'm on another hole, and I found out something new. Learn something new every day. When cutting out the floor, you have to cut it out to get to both floor joists, because I found when I put my shims in there, I put them at an angle, which is not good. And when it goes, when I put them in there, the shims, they look flat, but when I put the rest of the tile and stuff on, it wobbles. I mean, it'd be like high over here where it's flat against the joist, while it's low over there. It's like going underneath, maybe half an inch underneath the floor, which is not good. So I'm gonna cut this piece out. I've already cut this piece out. Gotta ground that down to make it flat. Gotta cut this piece out and make sure the entire shim is flat underneath both things. Also, need a little grinding on the side, so when you push the shim underneath this, it pushes the floorboard up as you knock it back here or there into place. Let's see if we can get a good angle. Okay, this seems to be an extra piece of wood on top of the joist. I don't know why that is there. I don't know. Maybe it was there for measuring purposes. I don't know. But it's like that far in over that. I mean, I could just cut that out, possibly. Well, that's my only option, is like cut that out. Otherwise, I'd have to brace up on the brace up to get over this spot. Lay my stuff down. Well, yeah, I also want, since there's another little thingy in there, might as well measure if it's 14 or not. Hopefully that'll fit. Well, it looks like 15 to me. Might be a problem. But I'll get one of my spare boards and see if it will fit. That's my spare board. And it does fit. So I'm still good on the sides. So I'm gonna cut this section of board out so I can be able to get right straight up against the floor joist. I mean, the way I saw the other board, this board is stretching out. It's like a 2x4 or something like that, laying across the joist. So it's dipping over the sides of each side of the joist. Well, so if I do cut this tiny little bit out, I don't think it should be a problem. I did screw up cutting into the wood around here. I just realized that I just cut a big chunk out of this. How is my board gonna get in there in the lip if it bangs up against that other side? I mean, it's going all the way down, both ways. I screwed up. Okay, I nailed the bracing over here and nailed the bracing over there, but I had to cut it down to fit inside that gap. Well, because of that, I could only fit 2 boards in there, in place. So I had to widen the gap on this side so the other board could fall in. Now the way I wanted it was that I could be able to put the boards down and then push the board underneath this part to strengthen it, because now this is wobbly. way this is, I'm gonna have to tear that part out too to redo it. So I don't think this is finished, because I do need to put some shims underneath this and over here to strengthen the sides up from the hole that I just created or made up. Anyway, the board that I saved, not very much. But it's a patchwork. When a person has no money, no nothing, you gotta use what you got. And I got squat. Well, it ain't gonna be pretty, but well, actually, it's temporary, because I still need to shimmy up these sides. I don't know if that's the word or not. I mean, the carpet is gonna go over this, so it's gonna cover this up. I need to go back over it and brace it somehow. Because of that, that freaking board is messing. Because that one board messed me up. Because that one board that's laying over the it's, oh shit, it's messed up. It messed me up. That means I gotta shrink down the shims to bypass that spot going down the line, or wherever that board is. This is just not my day. I can't do anything right. It just meh right. Double design. Come on, get in there. You was in there in a minute. There. Well, they're braced up in there and all that kind of jazz. Best I can do. Thank you for watching.